Cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, stop trying to change me. I'm going to say that again. Stop trying to change me. So, today's show, it may piss a few of our listeners off. So, if you are a person who can't accept the truth, you may get pissed off. If you are a person in denial, you may get pissed off. And if you are a person who are attracted to the superficial things, consider this a reality check. So, with that being said, fellas, do y'all agree or disagree that most females try to change a man in a relationship? Starting with you, Slash.
So I think some do. There are some that don't. I think the ones that don't are the ones who are actually secure about who they are. I think the women who have a little bit of self-insecurity, are the ones that'll try to change you. For the simple fact that maybe what you do, she know is attractive to other women, in a sense to where she knows she can't compete with another woman with you. So I think there's a reason why they try to change you. It's either that or they want to control you. But most women who got they self-established and doing what they should do, they don't try to change me.
Okay. K Money.
Yeah, I agree kind of with Slash. I was going to say most women, but I have to retract that. And there are a lot out there that will try to change a man. I can't give you a reason as to why or my opinion as to why, but I do feel that definitely goes on.
Okay, and Comedian 96?
I think sometimes women want to change you for a couple of reasons. It could be a certain look that they're looking for, or it could be to test you, to see how far they can go, to see, okay, if I tell him to do this, what he gonna do next? Well, if he gonna be one of these, if he gonna be one of them guys that I tell him whatever I tell him to do, he gonna do it. So they'll test you. They'll start with something big.
So now you're saying, you're saying testing, and if I tell him to do something, then he'll do it. That
right.
doesn't necessarily mean changing you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example. Good example. This is actually just happened to me, y'all. Probably about 3 months ago. I was talking to this chick. Cool. She was cool.
Who was she?
It was a chick. I don't want to tell her name. I don't want to put her name out there. Yeah, but she lived on Highway 6. So we chilling, man. The girl was cool. We talked for a couple weeks. She came back from vacation. She was going on another vacation. She was actually doing a double vacation. So she was coming back through, checking on her apartment and her dogs or whatever, and her dog, and came back, and she said, "Let's link up." Linked up with her. We sitting there talking, and just out of the blue, you know what? I don't like that. I don't like your beard. I want you to cut it off. Y'all know I'm kind of crazy, right?
Kind of. That might be the light.
So
I let her.
when she said that, what'd you do?
I let her make it then because we had been drinking. We were tipsy, so we were tipsy, and we had already been drinking. So I didn't say anything then. But when I came down off my buzz, I gave her a call back, and I said, "Itch, who the? You know me. I'm kind of crazy." I said, "Who are you?" I just went off on. I went off. She still done took it. She was an adult about it because she knew she was wrong.
Okay, so with that being said, are y'all saying that females should accept a man for who he is?
Yeah.
Males and females.
And vice versa.
Uh-huh.
But yes, I think
A female should accept a man.
She should accept him. A man.
For who he is.
Because here's the thing. If he's out here taking care of his business, and when I say taking care of his business, I mean providing for his household and doing what he's supposed to do for himself and his family, then what problem do you have with this man?
Right.
Okay, so let me say this. Now, when I asked the question, I used an important word.
Of who he is.
When I said most, do y'all agree that most women? So y'all are saying some women, not most women.
I think it's a high percentage. You know, I said earlier I wanted to say most women, and then I
Okay, so let's
downgraded it.
let's dumb it down even more. 100% of women out there. Now we know that anything over 50% is considered most. So if you had to put a percentage on women in relationships, 100% of the women in relationships, what percentage of them try to change their man?
Man, that changes the whole everything because
Yeah,
it's definitely more than 50%.
Yeah.
Okay, so that lines up.
Yeah.
That lines
sir.
up with most.
Yeah.
Yes.
I totally agree. It's over 50.
It's over.
Okay, so y'all agree again that most women, not some, that most women
Try.
try to change a man in a relationship in some way, shape, or form.
Correct.
Okay, now what I want to do is let's put the shoe on the other foot. Do most men try to change women
Never.
in a relationship?
Never.
No, sir.
No.
Not
Never.
at all.
No,
I'm not going to say not at all, but that percentage is under 10.
Okay, so y'all don't believe that most men in a relationship try to change a woman, but y'all believe that so if y'all don't believe that most men do, y'all believe
Some.
that some men do.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So K Money, you said 10%. / give me a percentage.
I'm going to say right around that same area, if not 15. You know what I mean? But I don't think there's a high volume like 20. 'Cause
Okay. K Money, I'm sorry. Comedian 96, give me a percentage.
Men trying to change the woman, I'll say, because we don't want to hit a mouth, first of all. So, and you got to do it very cautious when you try. I'll say 5%. And it's only because we can realize, man, this girl's a keeper, but this small little adjustment, we need to talk about this. And you just got to be careful about talking about it. So I'll say about 5%.
Okay. So, let me paint a picture for you. You're out and about. And you decide, you know what, I think I'm going to step out and go to the club. I'm not just going to go to any club. I'm going to go to an upscale club. I'm going to go to an upscale club in the Galleria area. And for those who are living outside of the city of Houston, the Galleria is an upscale area. The Galleria area is an upscale area to dine, shop, and then in some cases they have nice little clubs and stuff that you can go, and nice fancy cars,
Restaurants.
and all that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you decide, I'm going to go out and do a little dancing. So I'm going to go to an upscale club. Now, at this upscale club, we're going to give the women the benefit of the doubt that every woman in this upscale club has class. Has class. Now, sometimes women with class can still dress provocative. You can have class, but in sometimes you still can dress a little provocative at times. Because they know that this provocative dressing is kind of sexy.
It's an attention.
Draw
grabber.
attention.
And it has all eyes on me. And I know the men are their jaws are gonna drop. Right? Now, that woman, whomever she may be, / K Money, Comedian 96, catches your eye. Now that woman catches your eye, and you go and you put your best Mac Daddy move on her. And Slash, you go over there and you say, show you right, baby, how you doing?
Yeah.
And K Money, you get over there and say, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
And Comedian 96 get over there and you say, how much is it going to cost me to buy it?
Shut up. Whatever.
And so bottom line is you go and put your best moves on her, right? Your best conversation, everything going good in the vibes. But what initially got you over there is the provocative dressing, how she looked and what she was wearing, right? Then when you got over there, you start talking, and then you mosey off from the loud section of the club, and you went over to a quieter section in the club so you can hear each other a little bit more in this conversation, and you realize that, oh, she's smart as hell. She got a nice brain, nice head on her shoulders. She got something in between her ears. She's intellectual. I can hold a conversation with her. Oh, she is nice.
Yes.
Okay. Now, y'all start dating. But she continues to dress provocative. She continues to dress the way that she dressed. Then it gets to a point to where men don't want to see their woman dressing a certain kind of way.
Because they don't want another man looking.
Now check this out. But when you met her, she was dressed like that.
Exactly.
And that is what attracted you to her.
Right.
So I'm going to ask y'all again. Percentage of men who try to change women.
5%. Because that
Does it still stay the same?
it still stays the same. Because it's really only two things that I would try to change a woman, or change or make adjustments.
Okay.
Because now, just like you said, the key word is we're together, we're dating, we're in a relationship.
The whole thing is about once you're in a relationship,
But you said
so you
you-
try to change them.
I know that, but you said when I first met her at the club, when I met her, she had that on. And you said later, now we're
Y'all
in a
in a
relationship.
relationship.
Right. So there's where the key is. I couldn't say nothing that first night about her being dressed that way, even though she was with me all night. We were together in a quiet corner and all that. I can't say nothing.
But
now that we're in a relationship, I would say, babe, look, what you had on that night is what attracted me, which is all also going to attract other guys. And if you want me not to be able to have to confront somebody because the way what you're wearing is inviting. It's saying I'm single because you just said she had something on provocative, right? So
She has something that shows cleavage.
Cleavage?
She has
Yes.
something that's above
so,
her
so
knee.
she can't. I wouldn't want her to wear anything that's going to say, "Oh, I'm single and I can do what I want." If we're not in a beach environment, not a club, not a restaurant. What you need your breast out and your ass out for in a club or restaurant? I can see a beach or something that requires.
You know that everything that's provocative doesn't always have to have actual ass out. You can wear something with a long slit.
Right,
Some
that's
that
a
you
leg.
feel.
Your leg is
Some-
out, your
some
ass out, or your titty out. None of your body parts need to be out. You can wear some bad clothing, nice, very nice clothing, with everything being
So
covered.
would that be that now you don't accept her for who she is?
No, it's respect. It's like, baby, we together now. Could you not wear that? Because now I'm gonna have to deal with the knuckleheads.
Okay, now
that's gonna approach you
let's say
and don't
you-
give a damn about me. Now I gotta shoot or fight somebody.
Now,
Because of what you had
if there's
on.
something you had in your wardrobe, like an old pair of tennis shoes that you really love, or your favorite tennis shoes, you really love them.
I wear them around the house.
And you get ready to, you usually wear them to the grocery store, you hang with her, and then you and her getting ready to go somewhere, she tells you, I don't want you to wear them tennis shoes when you with me.
Let me tell you, I'll tell her my penis ain't in my tennis shoes. But she say with her. No. You made a big point. You said when I'm with her.
When you're with me,
You can't,
you can't wear those tennis shoes.
and I wouldn't wear them.
Okay, now.
Not with her, but by myself, I still would wear them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she try to change you?
No, I'm making the same adjustments as she would make for me. Okay, baby, I don't want you wearing that short skirt. I don't want you wearing these ugly ass tennis shoes when you with me. Fine, that's fine. Okay, I get that.
That's if y'all make that and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I get that if I'm with her. But she say I can't never wear them home. That's different.
Okay, K Money.
Yes, sir.
Give me an example of men trying to change women.
That was a good example you used, but another one would be just upgrading them. You know, say a female came from the hood, born and raised in the hood, and the guy that she met happens to be a distinguished gentleman, and he's used to a certain female acting a certain type of way. So instead of her talking hood and using slang all the time, he's probably trying to up her vocabulary and you know, saying things that she's not used to hearing, you know, to help her speak better when they're around, you know, friends and family.
So what if she tells you, hey, I am who I am? So why are you trying to change the way I speak? You're embarrassed of me. You're ashamed of me because of the way I speak. I am who I am. Accept me for who I am.
I wouldn't say that I'm embarrassed, but again, I'm trying to make you a better you. You know, and hopefully they accept that. You know, I'm looking out for her best interest in trying to upscale her up her vocabulary. You know, and hopefully she sees it that way.
Now, what I would consider a man trying to change a woman would be telling her, hey, you know, you hang out at this club, you know, don't go there. Don't go to that club. You know, that's trying to change who she is and where she's going. And that also can have something to do with the people that she's hanging around. And I think if you come up with something like that, you have a reason to do that. But I don't think it's fair. I'm not saying that that's right to try to do it, because my outlook on this whole thing about anybody trying to change anybody is, if this is somebody that you met and you like this person, you should accept them for whoever they are, because if you don't, it's going to be some problems.
Yep.
No matter what it is, it's going to be some problems, whether she's trying to change you or you trying to change her.
Now, keep in mind, in relationships, you know, as you get to know one another, both of you guys are going to change throughout the relationship, but you're growing together.
Right.
Or should be growing together.
Right.
But if
it should be compromises being made.
There you go.
In these types of situations. If there is no compromising on these types of situations as far as trying to change somebody, y'all not going to be together long.
Right.
Because it's going to keep happening.
Exactly.
Because somebody's going to feel like, hey, I think somebody mentioned it earlier, you don't want me to be who I am.
Right.
And when that's who that person really is.
Yeah, exactly. I got to be honest, though. In the beginning, it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you should figure out if that person is what's the word I want to use? Not hard-headed, but if they're just what's the word? Stubborn. Mm-hmm. Or if they're willing to compromise, right?
Right.
If they're not willing to compromise in the beginning, you think it ain't gonna work. You ask simple questions. I ask simple questions in the beginning to see if a person can be compromised and if they're willing to make adjustments. But I already know, can't talk to this person, because you're not even thinking about it. Your mind is set in, you know. And if it's something simple, hey, you know, tonight can you make some, you know, something simple, some chicken? I don't know. I just had chicken last night. You know, if you say we just had chicken Monday, I'll make it on Thursday. That's compromising. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But if you just I don't know when I'm gonna make it again. I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got time for that.
Okay, so let me ask y'all, and this go for man and woman. Do y'all believe that we actually find the person we want to be with in a relationship, or do we settle for the person that we're in a relationship with? Now I want y'all to think about your ideal woman. Do you think that us as men, we actually find our ideal woman, or do we settle for the woman that we get?
I think in most cases we settle because, and the reason why I say that is because everybody has a different opinion on the ideal woman, and you're not gonna find that in every woman. It's just not gonna happen. Personalities are different, mind frames are different, but I think we settle due to compromising.
Right.
If we're not compromising, we're not gonna settle. But
Right.
if we can compromise, okay, I can settle with that. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I don't think that any man has the woman that he truly desires, the woman of his dreams. I do not believe that there's one out there.
Exactly.
Just honestly.
Exactly.
I think it's rare if a man has found his ideal woman. It's a very rare situation.
Right.
But I totally agree, Slash, that when you find we mainly settle because if we decide that we could deal with this person that we're with, and like you said, they're choosing to compromise, why would we sabotage that relationship
Yeah, like
to
why
get
go,
out of it?
Why go anywhere else?
Yeah, and I'll give you another example. Back in 2020, 2021, I thought I had the ideal woman because our conversation was there. Everything we did, the food, everything was perfect. Had fun. But she had kids, right? She had 4. I would have been settling, right? I'm probably going to hit some nerves, but I would have been settling because now what some women don't understand is she has 4 kids that are not mine.
Right.
That means I have to bring all my money if we end up moving in or being in a relationship.
Well, that's you compromising if you choose
I'm
to be with.
Exactly. I'll be compromised. So I would have been settling because I'm bringing my time, resources, energy to your children and to your household if we were to move in together. And it doesn't take, I could lose my job and you could just say, F me, and that's it. Them kids
out.
don't care. They don't give a damn.
Get out.
She don't give a damn either.
Yeah.
So I would have been settling. And a lot of women don't understand that when you got kids and the man got to bring his resources, his money, his time, his energy to a relationship, to some kids that he didn't even enjoy having the kids with, they're settling. And a lot of women think, I'm pretty. No, you got 3-4 kids.
So
They're settling.
there's a certain level of respect that has to come out of that situation.
Right.
From the children, first off. If a man is going to come in and settle with a woman that has kids already, and now the financial part is going into the same household from both parties, if those kids are not respecting him, but the woman is good, you settled because of the woman, but the kids are not respecting, I think it has to be some sort of situation where those kids are, because that's part of the family now. It's not just her. So you can't change the kids just like you can't change the woman. So you have to really know, okay, this is what I want to do. And I would suggest anybody to think before settling with a woman that has kids outside of your relationship. I truly think that you should think about that, because that's more than just settling. That's saying, I'm going to give my all and I'm buying into this family.
Okay. Okay, so I want y'all to think about the genders, both genders, man and woman. Which gender, in y'all opinion, settles the most as a whole? Think about all of the women and the men. Do you think women are more apt to settle, or do you think men are more apt to settle, and why?
Can I answer 2 parts, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
For
and why?
Okay. Women at a younger age, 18, 18, 20, 18, 28, they're settling because they have no kids, possibly. They're the ones settling. As you get in our age group, more than likely they didn't have kids, or they got kids, or about to have kids. Then it flips. We're now settling.
I think it's probably even, man. I think as both men and women get older, they choose to settle, because that dating scene is very exhausting from what I hear. And they just choose not to, get out there and deal with, today's society.
I totally agree, K Money, because we know today the way it is, you know, some women, and I don't want to put a percentage on it, have this thing about, okay, he's got to be here financially. And they're not settling until they get this guy that's financially stable. To whereas men are settling simply because he don't want to live his life alone. You know what I mean? I think it's a difference in why we settle. But yes, both parties are settling. And I would say, you know, I would give it, like K Money said, 50-50. You know, the women are as well as men. I just think we're settling for different reasons.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
You know, but yeah, especially at our age, people are settling. But if you found somebody that you can settle with, I mean, I think that's good. It's not a horrible thing to settle with somebody that for the right reasons.
For the right reasons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, man, in closing, I want to say this. Each and every person on earth is one of a kind and a unique individual. There's no other like you. There may be someone with similarities, but he or she is not you. So with that being said, stop trying to change people into what you want them to be. That's a battle you will never win. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.